I'm not going to lie, it was hard at first. It was really hard to figure everything out that I needed to figure out, and on the timeline that I felt I needed to figure out, and largely doing it on my own. But over time, as I did figure those things out, as we made the difficult decisions, as we gathered all the resources, and thanks to HeroGeneration, started connecting with others who shared, and where we built new community, we really got to a place where, me helping to take care of my mom became easier and easier. And I think as it became easier and easier for me, it kind of became easier and easier for her to accept help from me on such a regular basis. And when we needed to spend less time sort of worrying about what the next problems were going to be, she and we kind of came back to life a little bit. And she started taking more ownership of her own life because it was sort of easier to manage and easier to know the things that she could take on and what she could ask for help on. And so I think the real power of having these kinds of tools and these kinds of communities is getting past those initial hurdles and getting back to life and sort of like rediscovering the joy and having her feel like my mom again, and not just, or not so much kind of like a hardship or a series of challenges that I have to solve for every day, but a person in my life who I get to just go out to lunch with and not always have it feel like it's a to-do list. I think like any challenge in life, you want to just figure out what it's going to take as quickly and seamlessly as possible to not have that feel like a challenge for too long. And so I think HeroGeneration is really helping to do that. It's really helping to help you figure out what you don't know, give you answers, tools, community to know those things, to implement those things so that you can solve in the short term, prepare better for the long term. And instead of spending all that time and energy sort of, fixing problems that constantly arise, creating long-lasting, institutional, beneficial change so you can get back to living and get back to the relationship as it was and empower people that you're caring for to do the same, to live life.